Snap came in and looks like they beat. They came in at 14 cents, beating expectations of 11. Revenue came in at 1.31 billion, missing expectations. I think that's coming in right in line, actually. Let me just double check that. But I think Snap's revenue came in wrong. But as I'd mentioned, the daily active users is what matters here. So, I mean, they could have crushed earnings. It wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, that's what they wanted was 375. Estimated was 374. Okay. I read that backwards.
Yeah, Seeking Alpha was looking for 376. So either way, they missed it across the board as far as daily active users are concerned. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, I wonder if, I mean, the other numbers weren't bad. They came in on revenue in line. They actually beat on earnings per share, but the stock's down 13.5% because of daily active users. And I understand the tie-in and why they tied together. But the fact of the matter is that they're still making money and they're profitable, and they're far more profitable than they were even before the COVID. With these users. So that's the part that kind of makes me scratch my head. And I know there's probably some arguments that people can make against this, but it's like you had Netflix that actually did away with subscriber growth. And I wonder if social media giants like this should start thinking about doing the same thing, just not providing daily active users, because this is all any investor cares about. Did they beat DAUs or not? And if they did, then it goes up. If they didn't, it goes down. Like, it's just so crazy. What questions do you have for us today?
I think that these Snap earnings are bullish for Google. I think that their earnings per share and revenue numbers are a positive sign for Google, because in the advertising space, there's no competition for Google. Sure, Meta is, Facebook's a very popular website, but there's nothing like YouTube and Google as far as clicks and advertising. So ads being strong on Snap probably mean that they're strong on Google, and I think that their expectations laid out are not too aggressive. So I'm pretty bullish.
That's interesting. What do you think about that, Don?
Gosh, okay, so ads were strong on Snapchat.
Yep.
Yeah, then I have to agree. I even just told him earlier in the stream I was thinking about keeping one of my some of my Google puts just off of this. But yeah, no, he does bring up a very good point, because the money is going to Google and Meta first. Like, if I'm gonna spend money on advertisement, Snapchat's not my number one.
It's a great point. I really do think it's a great point. And to what Jake's saying and what you were also saying, Don. Jake, thanks for the call, man. And you're right. I think what ends up happening is that you're good if you're small, even if you're a small business, the first thing you're going to is either Meta or Google, and and Snap ends up being the tertiary or secondary option. And so if Snap's got good ad revenue, then yeah, I think there's definitely some opportunity there.